Hello guys, welcome back. I talked in my last video about how I wanted to share more tips on how to control eating and sleeping habits and also exercising habits. I know how tough it can be to even get one of them done when you don't have the other two. So since they all go hand in hand, when you don't get enough sleep, you don't feel hungry because of anxiety, and then you can't sleep and you can't get exercise because you're tired and stuff like that. So I wanted to give a few tips on how to start creating a better cycle so that you can slowly get back to where you need to be. So first I'm going to talk about sleeping. A lot of people have trouble sleeping when they are dealing with anxiety or depression or anything, because thoughts are just coming through their mind and keeping them awake because they're worrying and stressed about it. And you know, when you're stressed and thinking too much about it, your mind can't calm down and you won't be able to sleep. So the best things, as you could expect, is try to decrease the stress right before you go to bed. So your stress can result from your schedule for the next day or just thoughts that you have about something that happened. So planning your schedule hours before you get into bed, doing yoga or meditation right before bed to calm your nerves, going for a walk outside to get some thoughts out of your head before you get into bed can all be good de-stressors. You can also find anything that works for you that you notice helps calm your mind down a little bit. Something else that I've read in different places is get out of bed if you haven't been able to sleep for more than 20 minutes. And that's kind of like weird and counterintuitive in my mind, but I suppose it makes sense in the sense that if you're in bed too long, your mind keeps going, but if you get up and start doing something to get your mind off your thoughts, it can help calm your mind down and then you can try to sleep again. The next thing is eating. So I noticed in the past that when I'm really anxious or depressed or just worried about anything, I have a hard time eating. Like, I don't know how it really works, but my mouth is dry and my throat feels like it's closing up and I just feel like I can't chew and swallow, sort of thing. I don't know if any of you have experienced that. I have also read in some places that this is part of the fight or flight response, where if you're stressed out or whatever, you eat less, you're ready to just up and go. It also makes digestion harder, so it's just really hard to eat. The thing is, you know that you want to eat and you sit down, you make your food and you're sitting there and you just can't make yourself finish it. So one of the things you can do is to make easily digestible foods or things that you don't have to chew a lot for swallowing, like soup or smoothies. Another thing that I noticed is if you keep a schedule and eat like a consistent amount, even if it's very little over a period of time. I noticed that when I eat less, I tend to feel like eating less the next meal too, and it just keeps going. So if you just make yourself eat a little bit and try to like up it a little bit every time, you can make yourself feel like eating more over time. So keeping a schedule and making sure that you're eating at least something will help you. And the last thing is exercise. I know from personal experience that when you can't sleep or eat, you don't feel like getting up or moving at all. But the thing is, sometimes you just have to force yourself. It's kind of almost always in your mind. You feel like you can't because you are tired and your body might be a little more exhausted than usual. I'm not saying that you should go out and go for an intensive run or do a lot of weights. Anything like going for a walk or even doing a little bit of physical activity like yoga can help your body relax a little more, and it helps you sleep and also makes you a little hungry. So as you can see, these things do go hand in hand, and the key is not trying to take it from bottom to top right away or getting demoralized when it's not working right away, because it's not going to work out right away. You can't make yourself eat a normal amount when you haven't been eating that much. And if you've had bad sleep habits or haven't been able to sleep for a long time, it's extremely difficult to suddenly just get 8 hours every day. So you kind of just have to work a little bit at a time and really keep at it. And once you get there, maintaining it, because it's so much easier to stay where you're at than try to get better. So you don't want to relapse, I suppose, and get back down to not being able to sleep and not being able to eat, so you then have to do the whole process again. So those are my tips for the day, and I will come up with more things that you need to do to keep your mental health in check. I will see you guys next time.